I'm Lisa Dunham, and you're watching Roller Planet. I have been a roller skater my entire life. I have been speed skating, specializing in speed skating most of my life as well. But I've been skating for over 40 years. I've been speed skating since I was 5. Then I got my first national champion when I was 18 years old. And then I was a national champion multiple times in my older years in life within the last 10 years. I have coached for the last 20 years now. I've been coaching Team Inline, and I have taken multiple skaters to the national championships and where they have placed at both the USA Roller Sports and the US Roller Speed Skating Championships. Today we're going to be learning about basic roller speed skating. So we're going to work on beginner speed skating from skating form to crossovers to basic beginner skating. In skating for us today to help me out with demonstrating, we have Lisa Dunham, who is on the inline skates with the red helmet, and Amy Bolin, who is on our quad skates with the orange helmet. And we have them doing 2 different skates so that you can see that all of these drills work for both sets of skates. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your basic skating position. Your form is your foundation, which makes it so that you can learn how to go faster, control your body, so that you can learn to speed skate. So basic skater position is with your knees bent, almost to a 90-degree angle, sometimes maybe a little bit further depending on your body form. And you want to keep your legs slightly apart. You don't want your knees or your feet touching at any point in time while you're racing. And then you want to get your body chest up so that you can breathe, so that your whole body is ready. So when you're in form, your knees will be bent, your chest will be up, and your legs are going to be apart a little bit. But you don't want to lean your body so that your body is over your toes. You want to keep your weight in your form all in this area, because your power box for skating is from your ribs down so that you can get into your form. We have a couple of speed skating drills that we'll go through that will help you with your speed skating position. I always tell everybody at beginner practice that anything you can do with a competition will make your beginners learn faster and learn better, because they will always want to outdo their friends or their competitors. So one of the drills that I always do is I always do a skater position game. So we ask the kids, everybody who can hold skater position, see who can hold it the longest. It's kind of like a wall sit, and you just tell them to hold it as long as they can. So now that we've already talked about your basic roller skating form for your straightaways, we're going to talk about how you start turning. When you go into your corners, you're going to have to learn something called your edges. Edges are good on quads and inlines. You're going to lean your body the same type of way. So when you go into your edging, you want to make sure that you're still in your skater position. So your knees are still bent, your chest is still up a little bit so that you can breathe. But now you're going to want to lean more on your left-hand side. So you're going to lean on the left with your skater position. So you want to make sure your shoulder, your hips, and your knees all are in a straight line when you're bending down, which is then going to bring your right hip out so that you can lean this right leg out to go around to your corners, which we'll talk about crossovers in a little bit. When you're doing this, make sure you got your arms moving, because you want to make sure you're going to have your arms cross when you're crossing your legs. So make sure, again, head, shoulders, knees, and toes are all in a line. Now I'm going to have these guys demonstrate the same thing on the other foot. Very rarely will a beginner skater ever need to know how to do this, but it is always important that you teach them to do both sides of their muscles just to have your muscle tone right. So they're also going to do this on their right leg. So they're going to bend their into that skater position, bend that right leg, and then they're going to lunge out with their left foot. And even then you're going to see their right shoulder is with their right knee into their right foot. It's all going to be one straight line with their knees bent. And Ethan's not doing it, but your head should be up so that you can see where you're going when you're racing. So when you're doing this at practice, it's always smart to make sure that you're doing the right hand side as well as the left hand side, even though you normally 90% will make left turns indoor racing. But if you ever get into the outdoor racing or get into the upper level skating, you may actually need to know how to use your right edges as well as your left. Once you get comfortable with your body form with your edges so that your whole body's together, you're going to start working on crossing your feet over. So when you do your crossovers, you're going to take your right foot and you're going to cross it over to your left foot. And when you do that, you're going to try to keep your body squared still so that you're not going to twist it with you. You're going to keep your shoulders out. You're going to keep your body positioning stable and straight so that you're going to cross your right foot over and start moving your weight to the right-hand side on that right-hand foot before you bring your left foot back over and get into that left edge.